Joe had always been a skilled mechanic, tinkering with engines and fixing up cars since he was a young boy. His love for cars was what drove him to pursue a career as a mechanic, and he found himself working at one of the most prestigious garages in town. But as time went on, the pressures of the job began to take a toll on Joe. Long hours, tight deadlines, and constant criticism from his co-workers made him feel like he was drowning in an endless sea of stress and anxiety. Joe's mental state slowly began to deteriorate, and he found himself struggling to even get out of bed each morning. His work began to suffer, and his once pristine reputation as a top-notch mechanic was slowly tarnishing. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks turned into months, Joe's depression deepened. He began to isolate himself from his co-workers, spending more and more time alone in his own thoughts. The once bustling garage now felt like a prison to him, filled with the constant noise of cars and the constant judgment of his co-workers. One particularly dark day, Joe found himself sitting in his car outside the garage, contemplating ending it all. His mind was clouded with thoughts of worthlessness and despair, and he felt like there was no way out of the darkness. But just as he was about to take that final step, a woman appeared out of nowhere and knocked on his car window. She introduced herself as Lily, a therapist who happened to be in the area, and offered to talk to Joe. Over the course of the next few weeks, Lily worked with Joe to address his depression and help him find a new sense of purpose. They talked through his fears and insecurities, and Lily helped him to see that he was not alone in his struggles. Joe found himself slowly beginning to come out of his shell, reconnecting with old friends and hobbies, and even taking on new projects at the garage. His co-workers began to notice a change in him, and many of them reached out to offer their support and encouragement. As time went on, Joe found that he had a new lease on life. He was grateful for Lily's help, but even more grateful for the newfound happiness and fulfillment he had found. And as he stood in front of his co-workers, accepting the award for Mechanic of the Year, he knew that he had truly overcome his demons and found a new reason to keep on living.